I'm just here talking about The Bachelor. Join the conversation and let's get to it. Okay, so this episode was the Women Tell All. It was pretty dramatic. A lot of it revolved around Victoria, and it was, I think they tried to make it not, but you realize that the whole show really did, this season, revolve around her. And you find out that they cut out 3 of the dates that she went, that they had. It was like group dates that they never showed because of the drama that Victoria caused, took up most of the show. And so yeah, so they cut out 3 dates. One of them Tasia showed up for, which I would have loved to see, but whatever. so yeah, so basically Victoria is like, you think that she would be getting more attacked, but there's like a lot of people that are like friends with her, like Chelsea, that I had no idea was friends with her, and MJ and a bunch of other people that like really were on Victoria's side, whether they wanted to admit it or not. Like, they were on the side of like that there was no drama in the house and it wasn't toxic, and that Katie was the one that made it toxic. So Katie got attacked a bunch, which I think is baloney. And yeah, so she stayed classy the whole time. She accepted some I think she apologized, actually. She should have been apologized too, but she apologized. Yeah, it was weird. Anyway, so yeah, Matt comes onto the stage and he's got this big beard. If that doesn't scream I'm single, I don't know what does. But yeah, so he comes on the stage, answers a bunch of questions from the girls. Serena admits that she just says that she doesn't regret, in a nice way, she said she doesn't regret leaving the show, like that she still thinks that he's not her person and all this stuff. So so that's good. She looked great. So did everyone else. Everybody else looked fantastic, and you had a lot of returning people. Like, normally you get some like randoms. Well, you did this, like a couple people you're like, I don't even remember your name, who are you? But yeah, and then you have Abigail, who gets called up and talks about her thing, and Chris Harrison hinted that he was gonna ask the question about, he teased the question of, did Matt decide not to pick you because your children would end up being deaf? And I was like, ooh, is he really gonna ask that question? And then he just kind of teased it. He didn't really, he beat around the bush a little bit about it. But yeah, so that's like really what I think happened, is Matt realized, oh, our children would be affected by this. Like, I don't want that, like, kind of thing, which I think is really effed up. Like, whatever. Anyway, Abigail will find somebody amazing. I hope she ends up being the next Bachelor. Her or Katie? Bachelorette. Her or Katie. But we'll see what happens. I did see a spoiler from Reality Steve about it, and I'm gonna put in the notes of this video that there's spoilers in this video because it's great and juicy, and I'm pretty sure Katie ends up being the next Bachelorette. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's basically what happened this episode. Next week is Fantasy Suites, and then the final rose is maybe next week, the week after. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyway.